to one of the most interactive parts of SAIL250. This is where education meets the waterfront. The STEM Exploration Zone at Pratt Street Pavilion is giving families a chance to explore in a hands-on way. And joining us now to talk about it is Nick Iannacone with the Living Classrooms Foundation. Good morning, Nick.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
So how would you describe this STEM Exploration Zone?
That's a great question. So the STEM Zone, which is a special project of Living Classrooms as part of SAIL250, is really a hands-on, interactive space for everyone. Families, couples, older folks, anyone can find something at the STEM Zone. There are things that you get to make and you can take home with you, like you can make a little terrarium, and there's things you can experience, mostly on the theme of STEM and living history.
And STEM, of course, stands for science, technology, engineering, and math. Why is it so important to have a space like this for the public?
That's another good question. So we wanted to put the STEM Zone center in this event because everyone is here and watching, and we want to promote careers in science and technology, math, archaeology, and history, and have folks take something away after this festival is over. Hopefully we're inspiring people to pay more attention to science fields, to pay more attention to the harbor and conservation in general, and hopefully some kids see some things that they're interested in, things like robotics or drones or ROVs, remote operated vehicles, and that they learn some of what the Navy medicine is up to and some of the advancements that our folks are doing out there in the field.
Tell us more about the interactive experiences that are featured in the zone.
Yeah, I would love to. So we have some incredible exhibitors. We have over 30 exhibitors, so it's twice the size as it was in Fleet Week 24. And some of the highlights, right, we have a huge inflatable 50-foot submarine that's brought to us by the USS District of Columbia commissioning folks. And so you can take a selfie with a 50-foot inflatable sub. They even have a working sub that it's a ballistic missile sub. So the ballistic missiles are Nerf darts that shoot out of the top. There's also some great robotics groups where you can practice driving a robot. They have cool things the robots can do, like picking up balls and popping balloons. We have a folk who's doing like a drone where you can drive a drone simulator. And we have folks from Anne Arundel Rivers who are doing an ROV demonstration in the harbor. So you can see and learn about what a ROV is.
And that's part of the excitement. It's the ability not just to take part in those interactive experiences, but to also interact with professionals in these various STEM fields.
Exactly, right? There's folks from NOAA, and you can interact with them. The NOAA Corps was here on Friday, so you can learn about what does the NOAA Corps do, that they fly those hurricane planes that go and check on what a hurricane is up to. And we even have folks local, right? So like IMET is here talking about DNA sequencing, and that's a really cool thing to tell kids about. And folks from all over, like Marilyn Dove, St. Mary's City is here doing archaeology. So we sort of have like the old right alongside of the new, right? We have a Civil War surgeon that's telling you about medicine in the Civil War area, right next to Navy medicines telling you about like the frontier of medicine.
So much to discover. Nick, thank you very much. It does sound like it's going to be a wonderful day for students in our area. And we want to remind them that the STEM Exploration Zone is open today from 10 a.m. until 5 p.m. inside the Pratt Street Pavilion. Thanks again.
You're welcome.
And we'll be right back. Inside SAIL250, there is a space designed to inspire the next generation of innovators, and it is packed with exhibits connecting maritime history, STEM learning, and career pathways. And joining us now live is the Executive Director of Historic Ships in Baltimore. That is Steve Bountress. So good to see you today. How are you?
I'm doing great. Good morning.
Good morning to you. Tell us more about the experience.
Well, we're happy to put on SAIL250 in partnership with Living Classrooms Foundation. It's been an amazing weekend so far, and one of the highlights is the STEM Zone that is right behind me here. It's in the Pratt Street Pavilion, and we welcome 30 vendors here in this building, and you know, it's a great place to come down with your family, check out all the hands-on education and learning exhibits that we have inside that building. It's just part of our entire Maryland, America's 250 in Air Show, Baltimore.
What are you trying to achieve with students here? Is it really to engage them, to increase their desire to pursue careers in science, technology, engineering, and math?
Sure. Well, certainly the little ones, we want to make a spark. We want to have a hands-on opportunity to do something interesting. So inside that building, there's everything from robots to oysters, dissecting oysters, to building boats, moving boats with fans, understanding how sails work, to engineering examples of robots that go underwater and that do video underwater so you can see the marine life. So there's so much to do, but the idea is to build a spark for the little ones, and then for the older ones, absolutely connecting them to career opportunities and training opportunities in our area.
So tell us about the USS Constellation's role in this STEM exploration.
Sure. Well, every day we are doing hands-on learning education programs on the USS Constellation and all of our hometown fleet that are part of the historic ships in Baltimore. But on Constellation, we have kids coming every day, staying on. They're doing education programs on board, but we have kids every weekend sleeping on board the Constellation in the original hammocks. But in terms of the hands-on education tied to STEM, they are doing everything from learning the engineering of this ship. As you may have seen over the winter, we took off the masts and the entire rig of this ship and rebuilt it, and it was rebuilt with education in mind so that it's completely usable for our education program. So kids are hauling on ropes, lifting barrels off the deck, learning how the whole ship works.
Yeah, it really is impressive to look at it right now. Tell me what your favorite aspects of this exploration zone are.
Well, one of the most interesting is we have a Civil War reenactor who's a Civil War surgeon who's in the building, talking about what surgery was like in the Civil War. But his table is right next to the USS Navy's medical team, who was on the forefront of medical advances. So you get a very good dichotomy of what was happening in the Civil War with medicine and what's happening for the future with medicine. So it's just a great little exhibit there in the STEM zone.
Sounds good. Well, we appreciate you joining us to break it all down for us. It sounds like something that people would definitely want to participate in and take their children to experience. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
And we want to remind you that opportunity happens today from 10 a.m. until 5 p.m. But